Okay, so when we first moved into into our home, it was 4 years ago, and it flooded the first summer, and then we had when it got to the fall and it got cold, our furnace really struggled to start, and so we called in our maintenance, and they came in emergency and all that stuff. Luckily, it wasn't like the dead of winter that we noticed this. They showed us. They did a bunch of stuff, and then they basically just realized, well, you just gotta bang it right here. And now I did life coach training, and one of the books was knowing you have to know where to hit the hammer or something like that. I'll probably get into it at another time. Anyways, so I really wanted to like tape that spot. I wish that I had taped that spot, because every single time for the next 4 years, probably every other month in the winter, we would have to come down and bang on the furnace to get it to start. And also crank the furnace up to full blast, 30 degrees. I'm going to show you, you can kind of see it in the background. I wish that I had taken better video of what our old furnace looked like. But this summer, at the end of July, well, back up. So this summer we had to re-sign a lease with a significant increase in our rent, and I wanted to talk with them, and I went in with a short list of things that I wanted to get fixed and had like questions answered. And this furnace is one thing that we mentioned, because I have wanted a new furnace. I am almost certain that furnace was older than me. And when we first moved in, there were a few furnaces down the street that had problems with them, and I didn't want to put our animals or our kids or ourselves at risk for that. So they said, oh dear, you shouldn't have to bang on your furnace to get it to work. We'll send somebody to look at it. They sent somebody to look at it this July, and he was like, holy smokes, this is a dinosaur. And we were like, yeah, it's pretty old. He's like, I don't even know how long it's been since I've seen one of these old thermostats. It wasn't digital or anything like that. So he said, okay, well, I'm going to go and talk to your maintenance about what I can do. And we didn't hear anything for another week or so. And then they posted a letter on our door with about 5 days notice that they need access to our suite to replace the furnace with a 3-foot, 3-foot access from the back door to where the furnace goes, and a 10-foot radius around where the furnace is for them to install it. I'm going to attach with this a video of what the furnace room, or my like craft studio, I guess I could start calling it that. It was the like arts and crafts room, and I was the only one that really used it. And I have been holding on to a bunch of textiles to upcycle them for the last 2 years, maybe 3 3 years, in hopes of reducing the waste that goes to the landfill, and to be creative. And there's a whole bunch of other benefits that I have found in probably what you would call hoarding of the textiles. We get a bunch of hand-me-downs, so the clothes are often on their second or third kid, and not necessarily, I would go through them, and I went through them again to see, can another child wear this? Will this be picked up from a regular thrift store? Or is it better if I just make it into something without a big risk of going and buying a bunch of new fabric and ruining it? Anyways, there's lots of stuff in there. I'm sure I'll get into more about that as my videos progress. This I am including. Okay, this was filmed at the end of, the rest of this was filmed at the end of July. Oh no, the beginning of August, because we got the new furnace on August 6th, which is our wedding anniversary. So it was our landlord's wedding anniversary to us, I suspect. And then we, I'll show you, I'll make up 2 other videos just to knock out 3 of these 40 before 40 videos, because my birthday is less than 3 weeks away. That's not enough time to get one done a day. So this isn't cheating. I always knew that this was going to be me. I need a deadline. So there's going to be 3 videos all about this. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so it's a little bit more chaotic than usual. However, it's still pretty often like this. We are finally getting a new furnace, and 10 feet away from our furnace has to get all has to get cleared out, and so I'm working on clearing out that space. But basically most of this is usually like this. This is our old furnace. It's a relic. This is usually my like donation shelf where I put stuff that's going to different charities on it. And then we also keep the balls like way up there. So 10 feet back from there, we have to clear out in 3 days. So hopefully this will look much better after 3 days. But I know that this is what I will create again probably afterwards.